Queen of Pain has had help from the Riki coming in, but I mean, Thug is starting to fall behind, starting to get a little poor, and with this positioning, it looks like they're going to jump on her right now. They get the silence off. Now the clockwork is there, but is it going to be in time? Thug gets up the fairy fire, but the dagger should be doing enough tick damage. Thug does get denied by maybe next time.
Around too early to start tipping the favor on these lanes. The Clockwork has at least found himself some nice levels after the
there we go, dive in. It's up to maybe next time to go and block. The Cog comes in. Tims is able to get some lifts, but yeah, there's the drag back from the Rubik and another kill. That's going to be our first blood, and Lina, she's really having a tough...
Sneak that Roche. But, alright. The other nice thing about the Ursa this game is that the Ursa can play very aggressively and keep the lane pushed out. He's actually picked up a Bassi early on and he's leaving it turned on so that he can constantly shove the wave into the tower, and that makes the Rubik's positioning
Here we
really
go,
mysterious.
Scrapper on the Roche pit. The Impale does clip on 2 heroes. Beautiful by Sam H, but that's going to be the end of the fight as everyone's just a little too under-leveled. Maybe next time is able to finish up
very well. It was one of their most banned and most picked heroes coming into this event. I believe it might actually be the first time that they've picked it in this tournament, but you know, we've seen plenty of heroes
back
like
in towards
that.
mid lane. The Lina in a lot of trouble. Silenced up once again. The lift comes before she can finish casting the Light Strike array. She will be finished off by the Rubik. So 1437 snapping up some good gold. The Courier waiting here, just trying to run before the Riki can get a claws on it. Tim's trying to cut himself out of the cogs. The smoke might buy him some time, but looks like the battery assault will be enough to do the job.
Nice little ancient stack at the moment, but
Invis
there is an
with an
Invis Queen
ult.
of Pain.
This is huge. They catch her in the cogs, perhaps accidentally. Now, oh no, they see her. They got the dust. She's barely in range of that sentry, but just enough to get vision of what she was doing, crawling up the cliff, and yeah, I'm already. And he's now got the full Mask of Madness, which he had at, I believe, 6.5 minutes. He's now finished off the power treads, and looks like he is going to be queuing up the S and Y before he goes in for the blank. Meanwhile, Tim's staple, the TNC lineup, is going for those unexpected fights. The smoke now expires, so Cuckoo is seen. The Dire Heroes waiting in the wings, but there they go. The Stormhammer onto the Nyx before he can get off the Impale. The Carapace going to buy them some time, but the Cold Feet comes through. Sven stuns himself on the Carapace. The Quap lets go of the ult, and it does kill off the AA, but they're able to turn it around and take the Nyx in return. And now Skylark moves forward, goes for the duel onto the Quap, needs backup though. Can they get their teammates there in time? The Light Strike array holds them down, and the Dragon Slave finishes them off. So that's going to be Lina.
Their jungle, and you know that makes it a little bit more difficult for the Lina to catch back up. So I think that was a very, very, very nice rotation from Mouse, but also the right idea from TNC.
Here we go. There is going to be a stun this time. It is successful. Queen of Pain not trying any sneaky.
Go for it then. There's an Ice Blast sailing all the way over towards the mid lane at the moment, but hey, actually going to get jumped on here.
Yep, goes for the Cold Feet. There's going to be more than enough damage to take out the AA, but the duel comes in. Legion Commander's there. The lift from the Rubik delays the inevitable, but they will still get the kill. Both bodies drop, and they will get the AA as well, so very good trade there for T.
The last hit, so now he's got 1k gold towards his Blink Dagger, probably going to back up and go and farm a little bit more, and while his team pushes bottom.
Yep, there's an initiation in. Nice quick kills coming forward, but the Lina going down might be some trouble maybe next time, trying to run to the hills as that double damage Quap is keen to chase him down, gets clipped by the cogs again, and that's the rest of his mana. Legion Commander goes forward with that overwhelming odds just to drive everyone back. Quap now picks up the power treads, so gonna be feeling a little more. 3 more kills for himself, and just continuing that net worth advantage, so gonna be soon to match up with the Ursa. Sven still top of the chart as, whoa, we might see another one for the Sven. Gets that Stormhammer, and Tim's pops off a really nice smoke cloud, but it won't save him this time.
Just, you know, jump TNC whenever they try and cross onto your side of the river. I think that's a much more reasonable pace of game for them to play, but it's not really their style as a team.
Trying to bodyguard the Roche pit, does get picked off. It cost them the Laguna Blade and the hook shot. So Ursa just gets a chance to walk out of the pit, while down bottom, they find another kill on this lead.
Sven, the Legion Commander, and the AA all making their way over towards the mid. Maybe going to try and dangle the Lina as bait a little bit. We'll have to see.
Oh, meanwhile down here, the AA Ice Blast goes forward. The Riki is able to sneak himself back out of there, and now we're going to have a fight near the shrine. The hook shot goes forward. There is a quick duel as Skylark picks up a nice kill.
Quick buy at the moment, so.
Oh, this is a very TNC play. One of their heroes is down. Mouse think they have a window of opportunity, but there's just a smoke up and kill. TNC are so comfortable fighting when they have heroes down. Ice Blast comes forward, does clip onto the Quap, but that's not going to stop her. It's Radiant just going ham on the Dire side of the map. One of the only survivors is a couple of seconds while TNC regroup, but that's when TNC wants to go. They want to catch Mouse with their pants down.
Yeah, it's like, oh, can they fight without the, oh, we got another duel coming in.
This one doesn't seem so good for the next assassin. That's going to be a quick kill, and that's going to be a second duel victory.
Because they're sort of ancients over towards the mid lane.
Here we go. There's going to be a big Roche fight coming out, as this time TNC have rotated more resources forward. Ursa finally finishes off the Roche, snaps himself up in Aegis, but the fight's just beginning as now, they go in. The Legion Commander was ready to go for the duel, but looks like might be outnumbered as Raven blinks forward. Queen of Pain going to be going for the cutoff, and it looks like Skylark will lose his life. Meanwhile, in the cogs, 1437 able to snap up a kill on maybe.
They're not really getting a whole lot of net worth. And you look at Spartan's inventory, he's got a grand total of 700 net worth, and he's got brown boots.
Here we go, jump forward. They're going to punish the Lina, the easiest to kill of all the targets. Overwhelming odds comes in, but Raven, he's ulted. He's still up and fighting. Madara on the backline just going in under this tier 1 tower, now surrounded by 4. The Ursa moves in to make it 5. I don't think Madara's getting out of this one alive. He's big, he's mean, but he's in a smoke cloud. Ult comes forward as there's going to be a straight duel. They're trying to lock down this Queen of Pain, but it's not working out. The Legion goes down, feeding a duel. They will be able to TP out everyone else from mousesports. Hold that thought, no, as the maybe next time gets killed by the Ursa. That was a bloody fight. I mean, mousesports, they went all in to try to go take that tower, and they got punished by TNC waiting in the wings. Now Raven, with just a scratch of health, finishes off the AA. He's still up. Thug wants to find something, but the Dragon Slave was off the mark. Light Strike Array will not save his life, only stuns 2, but the Nyx still... I mean, really good point. This Queen of Pain did a lot of heavy lifting early on while the Ursa wasn't able to participate, and she did a great job. Now, Madara going in, spent the God Strength here, and will be able to kill off that Rubik. I mean, a low-value pick as far as TNC heroes go, but Madara needs those kills to be able to keep his net worth up. He's still top of the chart, but yeah, his teammates aren't able to go and pick up the slack. This Legion Commander might be going down again. She's healing off, trying to escape, but yeah, no, she's just super done as the Ursa makes his way in as well.
It's like even the Nyx Assassin, who's generally considered a pretty single-target hero, but Impale is just so much more reliable and such a lower cooldown than having to use Duel and put your life on the line for initiation.
Maybe next time in a ton of trouble here. Left Solo to defend this tower. Gets clipped by the Carapace, and they're just going to impale him, lock him down, and feed him straight to the Ursa. That's another kill for Raven. Just keep eyes on what's going on here as mousesports can't find the window to jump him. They're just going to go try to defend. The tier 2 looks pretty long gone. Spartan's just going to go ahead and try to TP out of this, but yeah, that's going to be dead AA. Now up the top lane, there is going to be another duel. It looks like it could be successful. They will find the kill onto Sam H, and the Laguna Blade, they're going to be able to find a second. That is a huge kill, almost 730. Back to it. Bottom lane's pushing in really nicely. 2 heroes there, just clearing out creeps, going to be pressuring the tier 2. So Ricky is going to be jumping back. The Courier is vulnerable here, but Madara's got bigger things on his mind. The duel comes in, and that will be a big kill onto Cuckoo. Again, almost 500 gold to Sven, or do they need to kind of share the wealth?
No, I think the game only gets harder for Sven as it goes on. More core steps have to get picked up.
Going in into the cogs, Laguna Blade finishes off Tim, so that pesky...
He does have a BKB to be able to get out of the silence, but it is extremely troublesome for him that he's going to have to pop that BKB every single time he gets Bloodthorn.
AA goes in to place a ward, and that will be the last ward he places. It's immediate.
That's about the extent of it here.
I mean, his levels are, you know, a little behind him, and the Clockwork bringing up the rear, 12 and 13 respectively. Now, where is that support? Ricky already level 16. Jump in deep here. Madara is able to go get off that BKB. Nice Sonic Wave. Tricks to the trade from the Ricky, going to be holding strong now, but the AA is going to be polished off. Duel comes in. The Queen of Pain looks like that's going to be her last duel. The duel victory won't come forward, but Raven is going to be huge. BKB'd up. They've got the ult rolling. AA pops an ult. Will connect onto the Ricky. Looks like he may shatter. He's just trying to scurry himself away. The overwhelming odds finishes him off. Madara, with his last breath, goes in, continues to fight, pops the storm by all 5. So if he were to walk into any vision, he's in some trouble. There is that sentry near the bouncer room. See if he makes his way down there. They're going forward. They know that something's up, and they're going to continue to press in.
They do have the gem on Skylark.
Yep, there we go. Skylark finally able to go. He's holding what he needs to hold. He's silenced up because of the smoke cloud. They're waiting for it to expire before they go for the duel. Nice patience there from mousesports, just trying to...
Just waiting up on the high ground. TNC, you talked about this play before. You know, they lose a hero, but they're still willing to go and make something happen.
Madara going to be lifted up into the air here. Does he have a chance to react? There's going to be a double man impale into the Sonic Wave. They will pop like balloons as mousesports lose to, again, TNC with that signature playstyle. Jules up onto the Legion Commander. Can she get away here? No, bashed up. And that's another kill from Cuckoo.
And the jam.
That seconds left. The TNC in a little bit of a better place to take
Raven. He just blinked into some trees.
You know, we all have those moments where we blink into trees. It's a time to contemplate. It's a time to really enjoy the nature.
Yeah. Gotta think about your decisions so far.
Oh, this poor Lina, she's already so far behind it. They need Thug to contest this Roche. Hook shot in, comes from the Clockwork. He's trying to make the best out of a poor situation. AA blast comes forward, but hits nothing. So it's just going to be Skylark and MNT trying to run. Madara does catch one, but is it going to be enough there? The Yule's up onto the quad, buys her some time, and now Raven comes in. He's angry, he's hungry, and he's going to find himself a nice snack. Some dual damage comes in. Skylark, man, I don't know if that was the play. Madara getting low, does hit a double man Stormhammer, but just annihilated by TNC. They have a fantastic fight. Sven dead with no buyback, over 100 seconds. The rest of his teammates just unable to do anything. The Clockwork, the lone survivor, isolated by Cuckoo. Cuckoo, you're getting a little bit low, buddy, but does blink back in time. MNT now silenced up in the Ricky Cloud. Are they going to be able to kill him? It's a team wipe there. TNC blast escape. We'll be there when they back off.
Yeah, I mean, if not for the tier 2s in both of the sidelines, this could actually have just been mega creep straight up for TNC, but it seems like the Sven at this point has kind of gone past his peak in terms of his effectiveness. The Ursa is really well and truly online, and this Ursa pick has been phenomenal for TNC this game. Didn't even do that amazing in the lane in terms of shutting down the Legion commander, but it really seems like TNC weren't that worried about the Legion. They know that a Sven lineup is always going to be pretty much 100% reliant on the Sven to win them. The Sven takes a lot of farm off of the map, and then really needs to utilize that effectively to win you the game. It's very difficult to win with Sven if he's having a good time.
There we go, duel. They are going to lose the Nyx Assassin. 14-7, force staffing forward to try to go for the lift.
That was the gem.
Yeah, that was the gem. Meanwhile, down bottom, Lita did be down on respawn. There we go. Hook shot in onto 14-37. They're not going to let this Rubik off with a warning. The cold feet procs inside the cogs, and they will eventually find the...
He's got these illusions as well, and yet Madara making his way in here. He, as much as Sven is not an amazing Aegis carrier, the fact that he doesn't have buyback is pretty scary right now.
It's sure would like that Aegis right now. The Roshan melting very, very quickly. Radiant taking their time with this, and they are going to be too late. Aegis and She's already collected by mousesports, but they're still going to jump in anyway. Ricky makes the move in, gets off a nice smoke cloud. Cuckoo to follow up, but Madara, BK beat already. The hook shot forward for maybe next time. Briefly catches Cuckoo and places Madara forward onto the Ursa, but nice AA blast will clip him. The duel holding him in place. There is a nice shout from Queen of Pain, able to get off her Sonic Wave. Spartan goes for the earn save, but will die anyway. Madara still trying to go ham here, but God's Strength not available, and the BKB already used. He is going to be sitting back, trying to get as much damage done as possible. Gets healed up by the Legion. He's going to go forward onto 14-37. Skylark there as well to go for the lockdown. Madara gets that with just a scratch of health and turns it into kills. This Sven, I mean, if he's going down fighting. Looks like Skylark has crossed a little bit too deeply into enemy territory, and that will be a wicked 6 streak for
Sports had some amazing vision around that fight that really let them find the Ursa. He didn't get his ultimate off. Skylark holding on to his ulti to the last moment. MNT's dead here.
He's got a brief second to sit back, enjoy the rest of his life, but yeah.
You see the Blink Dagger up over on Tim's to go along with his Diffusal Blade, so he's going to be very difficult to kill along with the Tricks of the Trade. Trouble for Rubik.
Yeah, Initiation goes forward. That's the Bloodthorn shown off of Madara, so quickly.
To wait a little bit for that to come back up, but it looks like he's actually got that ready to go, so...
Oh, big scout in. Thug in some trouble there. Gets silenced off before the Life Strike Array connects. Goes for that self-fuel, just buying some time, but Queen of Pain's still going to be there to rake in the kill, but can they turn this around? Ice Blast, not going to connect.
Will pick off, and so long as they're playing these team fights the right way, then it should be pretty difficult for them to lose the game at this stage. They're losing a couple of their tier 2s here and there.
Very, very bold play comes in from the Queen of Pain. The BKB expended as well. The duel's coming forward. It looks like they won't find the duel victory. Oh, Sonic Wave! They're able to turn that. That's a gem on the floor, but looks like it will be able to be recollected. Yeah, that's going to be a gem pickup. Let that pick up onto the next assassin. Just that Lincoln Sphere not only can it be put onto the cores. So I got to hold that thought as the fight's breaking out here. They're going to be moving forward. That long-range Stormhammer clips, but they blow the Ice Blast. The Rubik evaporates. And they got what they're looking for. Cuckoo moves forward. He's solo, but the AA forces to freedom. Unfortunately, forces right into the jaws of the Queen of Pain. Stuck on the cliff. Queen of Pain is going to be able to blink herself down. Now that low health BKB Lina will run to freedom. Meanwhile, on the backlines, Cuckoo finds another kill. Wasn't able to get back down, so mousesports lose 2. They do have buyback on the clock, but that AA is dead for good. Yule's up onto the Sven. He's in some trouble there. Madara going to go Warcry himself. This is a pretty deep rotation. Wow, TNC, they're all in for this. They're looking to close it out right now. Life Strike Array off the mark. The Svenny's running for dear life. Madara goes down, immediately buys back. Clockwork back in the fight as well. Ursa trapping into the cogs, but he's going to go try to kill. Clockwork is down. Clockwork buys back for it. They're buying back if they've got it, because they've got to defend now. This is a beautiful fight for TNC. They're going in for more. This Legion Commander going to get locked down. The Impale comes forward, and they're able to munch her to bits. She's done. She drops the gem. She's the last one with MH, just puppy guarding the gem. Picks up a second gem for himself, because, you know, why not? Little life of luxury. This is huge. TNC can take this, and when they feel like buybacks have been forced, when they've overexerted themselves, they can back right off into the Roche pit. Sam H moves in. Getting ready to go, and he's jumping in. They gotta go for something now. Duel comes in, and Sven's gotta put out the damage. Queen of Pain will eventually go down, and that's gonna be a huge kill. Now TNC, they've gotta go.
Yeah, TNC,
It's pretty important that TNC just find 1 or 2 pickoffs, and that's their opening. That's their chance to win the entire game. Now Spartan, he's caught off guard. He's going to try to go for the TP out, but the Yule stops him at the last second, and that's going to be, again, that little window, just the support going down that they need to start blasting this open. TNC, wards placed, but I mean, this is still TNC ready to charge.
That was so disgusting from Cuckoo because he gave the AA hope. He actually canceled the he canceled the TP at like the last possible moment. They sort of, I think if you're Spartan, they're thinking, oh, maybe he heals somebody else somewhere else along the way, and he doesn't actually have it, and I'm gonna get the successful TP out. But Cuckoo feels like TNC are just gonna kind of pick them to pieces, and it's a style of play that they've been excelling at this entire game and even this entire tournament. And you look at this positioning right now; they're all spread out. They're not giving any opportunities. They're only putting the Ursa in front, and he's got the Aegis.
I mean, yeah, they're just trying to get everyone to blow everything they've got on Raven. That's going to be Raven escaping with a sliver of health. The Stormhammer doesn't even finish him off. Finally, the Aegis is popped, but that took to come online for the Ursa to take Roche. Queen of Pain really took it upon herself to start carrying, and that's something we talked about with TNC. Oh, hold that thought, as the Nyx will get scouted there.
Yeah.
But again, TNC, what they do is they set up a very successful lane for Cuckoo, and they've got confidence in him that we will turn it into a successful rest of the game as they go in. The Queen of Blade burn. This Rubik does end up melting. Raven, he's using that BKB, gonna crawl back down to the low ground as now Cuckoo just goes to work. Madara gets so low, hookshot in. This Sven's going down. This Sven has no buyback. Do they have enough health? Do they have enough damage to actually withstand this? It looks like those 3 kills on TNC are enough to force him back. Thug's looking for more. Cuckoo trying to blink to about how just ahead she's been. Look at the net worth chart. She's still dominating at 63 minutes in. Where can she go from here? I mean, leveling up the boots into level 2 as Rubik just gets melted, but that's okay.
Yeah, averages in terms of their match times.
Yeah, these guys are vicious. They're feisty. They want to go. They want to win and have a... Lena.
Straight into a stun.
This is huge there. They're able to go and hookshot. Clockwork able to go and break up the fight, at least for now, allowing for that defensive Yules. And Lena's able to get off the Shadow Blade. Clockwork gives his life for this with no buyback, but Thug is still alive. Meanwhile, Madara forced to BKB and tries to turn this. Stormhammer wants to do this. A duel to follow up. Light Strike ready to hold everyone in place, but Queen of Pain is just starting to go in, just still full health and full mana, doing a ton of damage now to Skylark, and blinks forward onto the Sven, who goes down. Immediate buyback from him, and Skylark caught on his way back to the base. Oh, they can't afford to lose that Legion. That's 120 seconds with no Legion. They're only 2 heroes to try to defend this, and it seems like that is going to be GG. mousesports, after 65 minutes, have to give up game number 1. Elimination still on the line, but 2 more games to see what happens here. TNC must be feeling really confident right now.
I feel like for mousesports,